Okay, looks like everything's good to go. All right, so jam starts in 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Let me write down some pillars I'd like to achieve. I would like some more like goals, but I would like it to be cozy if possible. No violence. I feel like this is generally a goal I try to do, but sometimes you just can't avoid the violent acts. Cozy. I kind of want to be like adventurous, like capture that feeling of being excited to explore places. How much time I got? Let's jump back. Boop. Let's move that there. 2 minutes. I mean, if I go the puzzle route, it's gonna be it's gonna take longer to generate a level, and then it's not really replayable either once you kind of know the puzzle. And I kind of want it to just feel good to play, even if you're playing it again. If you're in an adventure, you're collecting stuff. Collection must be satisfying. Satisfying. More than juice alone. Collection mechanic must be satisfying more than juice. This might kind of. We'll see. How much time I got? A minute. Well, we'll see how this one goes. I'm hoping that because this jam limits me to 2 colors, I can just do simple pixel art and just really focus on making the game fun. Let's see, what is that? August 10th to 17th. So I have exactly 7 days. Okay. Oh, why does it do that? Design pillars. And then It's kind of hard actually. Without knowing what the genre of the game is going to be, it's kind of hard to like. But I guess I could write it up like rough schedule. Day 1, ideas, prototype. Day 2, settle on idea, settle on prototype. Day 3. Day 3 and 4 should be. Let's see, then I have 3 days for polish, art, sound. Day 3 and 4 should be level design and feel, polish. Then day 5 and 6 should be sound design, art, polish. 7 should be. Wow, I didn't say bug fixing at all. I can't imagine. mean, I'll be bug fixing as I go. I don't know if I want to schedule bug fixing. I should say itch page publish. The itch page alone is going to take more time than I think. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, okay. Let's refresh. What's the bloom? Bloom. The state of a flower opening, a plant producing flowers, or the peak of something's beauty or development. It can also signify the point of greatest success, beauty, or strength. Maybe it can even describe something developing well and reaching its potential. Whatever you end up using the theme for, make sure to enjoy the process, as this jam is not. Yeah, right. Bloom. Bloom is also a post-processing effect. Not that that would matter. A flower opening. Let's jump over here. Theme. Let's bloom. And I'm just going to rattle off some ideas. These are probably not great, especially the first bit. Planting flowers. Farming. Planting flowers, harvesting crops, or this is also like something getting better, something beauty or development. This could just be improving yourself, success, signify the point of greatest success or strength. This could be a hero's journey, which I don't have time for. Hero's journey. Not enough time, probably. And then immediately this... Wow, I misspelled that. Immediately I think of, like, pretty much any RPG. Any, like... any adventure game. Like Zelda. I mean... It's like, you know, it's like Final Fantasy, Zelda, literally Journey. Although he doesn't do the hero's journey in like the classic way. And then we have and then we just have like a hazy post processing effect, which I guess could play into, I don't know. I mean, if you had like incredible graphics or something that you could do, that would be, maybe be like butterflies, like in a meadow. Butterflies in a meadow. God rays. Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to get into that. I can only use 2 colors. So that's not really this. Not allowed for jam because they don't allow any in between colors, 2 colors only. You can only use 2 colors. Modifying alpha or transparency is not allowed as it produces a new color. Only 2 visible colors on screen, so bloom is gone. Bloom as in post-processing is not an option. Can I strike that out? And then think of the Radiohead song. Out of orbit. Somersaults. This is so weird. I never realized he says giant turtle's eyes. There's something to that though. Giant turtles and jellyfish. Hmm. But what would I do there? In bloom. I mean, it could be. could be growing seaweed or lily pads? Lily pad flowers. Typically refer to a water lily. Water lilies are aquatic, floating. I feel like this could be turned into something cozy. You could maybe float them. I can only use 2 colors. That's going to be hard to pull off. I could do the outline of a lily pad and just save the color for the flowers. Just do like, no, that doesn't really work either. And it's really hard with 2 colors. I mean, for whatever reason, like something that comes to mind kind of falls in this hero's journey thing, where it's like, you know, you're like visiting dark lands to plant flowers to return light versus darkness kind of thing. It's just been done so many times. And not enough time. Unless I mean, if these rooms are small and they're just like parts of a forest sectioned off. Lily pads. I mean, lily pads used to complete a quest. To reach, used to really lily pad alignment to reach point of interest. Okay, let's close this for now. Planting flowers, harvesting crops. That's not gonna work. Underwater sea creature. Let's just get rid of this entirely. Harvesting crops. This, I just don't want to do this. It's like, how many farm bills do we need? Hero's Journey. That's just gonna be tough. Unless I'm just, if I'm leaving this out. If the Hero's Journey, but I can't really make it cozy either that way. There's probably going to be plenty of games of people just growing plants. I like this lily pad thing. And I like the seaweed thing. There's something kind of satisfying if you could see little, almost like an underwater aquarium and seeing fish and turtles, jellyfish kind of. What is with the spell check on this thing? Oh. If you could kind of see like a little aquarium in these things. How does seaweed grow? What makes seaweed grow? Sunlight, own food. Sunlight, access to inorganic nutrients like carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus. I can't really show the light coming in, but I could probably, let's open them. New. What's Pico? It's like 128. Let's just do 128 by 128. Okay. Let's do some grid. Let's do 8 by 8 actually. And let's just paint this. Jeez, let's just do black. And nope, maybe like this. Let's do something like that maybe, and then something like this. That's kind of cute. That was the whole screen. And you were maybe the top of the water. Oh, I mean, I could do something like this. Color that. kind of create an effect like this. Oop. Sure. And then I guess I gotta do like little bubbles. Yeah, it's kind of cute. Oop. Little. Yeah, it's cute. Why would I do this? I could break these up into chunks, maybe. Over time they grow. What would be the process? Does seaweed have... Wait a second. Do lily pads have... Do things... Does anything destroy lily pads? They're affected by natural die-off. Water lily beetles create holes in the leaves. Can weaken the plants. Huh. Disease can also impact lily pads through okay, seasonality, non-native, overpopulation. Okay, so we have these beetles. May nibble on, trample. Okay. Wait, what's it called? Water lily beetles. Put holes in them. Let's do this. Lily pad idea. Threats. Water lily? Is that what they're called? Beetle. Let's just say beetles. Beetles bite holes through them. That's gonna be hard to display in 2D unless the leaf is huge and with 2 colors. The other one is crap. X. Overcrowding. What helps them? What helps lily pads grow? Rhizomes. Modified stems. Okay. Need a lot of sunlight and grow. Typically 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight. Warm water. Space. Okay. And they need nutrients. They just need sunlight. I could go this route for the seaweed. It's kind of the same thing. They get light. I wish how the heck could I display light in 2 pictures? Like this. It's kind of tricky. It gets really hard to see stuff. Cancel. I forgot how you do this. Hold on. Okay. Let's do. Okay, let's just imagine this is the surface of the water. What's a lily pad look like? Right. Okay, so we're just gonna do something like this. Yeah, I don't really like that. I mean, you could do like little stuff on the surface like that, but yeah, then you're gonna have a bunch of these things. Yeah, I'm not really liking this. Kind of, I mean, you could kind of, maybe as they kind of drift off, you could kind of pull them together. It's like rallying. What I'm imagining is that there's a game where they're kind of drifting off, and then I'm clicking and dragging them near each other so they don't leave the screen. Maybe this area is like, a big patchy splotch of like the good zone, like the grow zone of light. But then it's kind of ugly because then you have this thing going on. It's kind of confusing and not easy to see. But boy, do I like this look right now, actually, of this being like the walls of an underwater cave or something. Hold on. That feels good. And then we're just sort of seeing like the shadows of fish, And, oh God, what do I... Let's make some seaweed. That's the worst seaweed I've ever seen. And it's just kind of wiggling around. There's something kind of to that. But bloom. I mean, it could be a fish that eats other fish. These games already exist, though. It could be an exploration game in that I'm a fish trying to reach different parts of... You could do some interesting stuff with just like... Kind of, I imagine like the Donkey Kong level from Donkey Kong Country where you're kind of swimming through. But swimming levels notoriously are not fun. But that might be the challenge, is to make something that feels good. You're kind of guiding a fish around. What am I doing though? I mean, it could just be that. I mean, it could be very atmospheric, hearing the underwater, the bubbles, and some mellow music. And what would they want? What would they care about? What would be... I mean, a fish doesn't have hands. And if they were going to open something, they would probably need to, like, smash it. Could I make, like, I don't know. No, this is not good. Let's try, like, a treasure chest. Oh, boy, I am not... Here we go. Let's try it. Goodness. Give me this. Treasure chest sticking up out of the ground. And... This is probably the worst treasure chest I've ever drawn. Wow, I totally drew that off. Okay. And then something like that. Maybe you could kind of hold down a button or double tap to dash, and you could smash into it, and then all the contents could spray out, and then so they would all shoot out. And then they would turn around and go right back to you. That would feel good. Just the whole idea of this like relaxing atmosphere and bubbles. How could I make this tricky though? To where I could like maybe make doors. It might just be a matter of using the dash smash thing to like dislodge an anchor or something to open a door or to reach a certain area. So kind of, yeah, it would be puzzle like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this idea actually. I'm not sure how. I guess the first thing to do would be to make the fish feel good. Ooh. Okay. Okay, we're going with let me pull this up. Okay, we're not going with the fish. We're gonna go with let's do this. Let's pull this in here. How do I do that? Okay. We're going with underwater adventure. Let's call this underwater fish adventure. I think we can achieve all of these. Cozy, not violent, adventuring, and the collection mechanic. I think it hits all of these. So cozy, purely visit interesting underwater locations, collect treasures, maybe treasure chests, or sunken luggage. Luggage, crates with precious metals. I don't know why they would care that much about it. I wonder if there's a fish that's particularly drawn to shiny metals, but that's something else. Anyway, purely visit underwater locations, interesting underwater locations, collect treasures, maybe treasure chests. Yep. And then dash mechanic, either double tap dash mechanic, which can break or dislodge objects. Controls either double tap or holding for short period. I feel like double tap makes it less. Double tap is probably going to break up the monotony of just moving around. And you know what, actually, let's split this off. This is going to be movement, and then we're going to have horizontal. I think I think tapping button while holding a direction will give short bursts of velocity. I like that better rather than just like easily moving around. It kind of maybe give it more of a floaty, fishy feel. And then vertical, maybe for vertical it's nothing. Vertical's just vertical's probably simple direct input with speed variable, and then that's, yeah, and then dash mechanic, that's separate, which can break dislodge. I'm not a double tap. If we're tapping this button to move, we don't want to double tap, so then it'll be, where's my controller at? You gotta be kidding me. Dude, did my son take my controller? Okay, well my PlayStation controller is not in here for some reason. I'm double tapping. Tap, tap, tap. It could be like within a certain speed, so tapping, tap, tap, tap. Maybe the taps are like, if it's within tapping button with spacing about 0.5 seconds or longer between do I need to hold a direction? I don't think you need to hold a direction. I should say between gives, we'll do like a flip thing. Between, we'll give a short burst of velocity and direction, and direction fish is facing. And anything less, dash mechanic can break or dislodge objects if double taps happen before 0.5 second period twice in a row. That sounds about right. So then items should have like something that happens when you dash into them. But let's say behavior after collision. What? Oh boy. Behavior after collision. Collision is a pushback is a impulse of velocity in opposite direction. So when this happens, there should be a component script called dash interact. Let's just call it interact with dash. And then I can use that as a parent. Interact with dash. Chess and loot holding game objects can use to I don't need to do that. Script called interact with dash, and it's going to be either smashed, pool smashed. Then we'll have event public. We'll have public unity events. They might need to take a couple hits actually. Public events take damage and destroyed, or yeah, destroyed. Let's call that. We'll change this to destroyed. So we'll say on take damage, on destroyed, and then it doesn't really matter what we do with it. Then I can, but this should be called interact with dash, and then we'll call these protected virtuals. Okay. And then I can do a separate script for what actually happens on these. But these also need life. So let's give health and health points. Should these have a life bar? I could convey the information with sound. Could be a heart too. It could be a heart or something cute. Let's say each has little heart UI, that heart slider UI. Heart shaped slider UI. To display health for a second before fading. This is going to need some canvas UI on own canvas to display. Okay, so then movement underwater. Yep. How is this still? Now let's go back to bloom. How can this still fit the bloom? Let's go back. Okay. State of a flower opening. A plant producing flowers. I don't have to do a literal this world plant. It could just be like a kind of like a flower bud. I smash it. It opens up. I could smash it. The plant opens up, and then little it would be weird. Little fish come out of it and follow me around, which could be cute. So then you end up with like a little school of fish. It's kind of cute, actually. It'd just be like these little. I mean, maybe that's there are a bunch of these sort of alien-like plants that you smash into to like a bulb or something of them, and then they open up into a flower that gives you Making AI for these fish to follow me is going to be a little bit tricky. I don't think I would want to do that. Not with basically 2 or 3 days to figure out all the code. Huh. I could figure out the rest. I think I could figure out their relationship with the bloom a little bit later. I need to get the fish to move around in a way that feels good. So first thing I'm going to do is open up Unity because that's my engine of choice. And I'm going to start prototyping this thing. New. Let's call this B1t Jam. Why am I doing that? B1t Jam 2025. Wow. Extra 2. Universal 2D. We're going to go 2D. Not connect. Create. Feeling good about this. I feel like where I'm going to get stuck is making this fish movement feel good because I really can't think of many underwater levels where it feels good to move around on them. Donkey Kong Country kind of had something cool when you could like ride animals like the swordfish and stuff, and they would kind of, it would actually dash and smash, actually, now that I think about it. But it would smash through it. It wouldn't like bounce off of it, where I feel like that could be fun. That like Come on, Unity. It's like my computer's not crappy. Why is this taking so long? What was I doing on this grid? It's like 8 by 8. Yeah, I like that. That feels good. It's gonna basically be like this. The fish is probably too big, but I should probably do something that's 2 by 3 maybe? Hey buddy. What? Okay. What? You're gonna call? What? I think I'm gonna make an underwater fish swimming game. Where you can like control a fish like this and smash into treasure boxes to collect treasures. Or maybe smash into flower bulbs that open up into pretty flowers. But that would be weird, right? A flower underwater? Should they like float up to the surface?
Dad.
Yeah.
Didn't I text you?
Huh?
Didn't I text you?
I don't know. I'm recording myself right now and people are going to watch this maybe. And you're all up in it right now. I'm going to have to blur your face or something. You might have texted me, but my phone's in the other room.
But, you want me to make some pizza?
I'm okay. I'm still really full from dinner, or from lunch.
I mean, like, 2 pizzas.
Pizza?
Tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce. I'm okay for now. Maybe you can make me one later if you want.
Sure.
Thanks, bud.
I'm making it right.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Square. What's that? A box collider. 2D. Is grid on? No. Grid size. Let's do 0.25. And, oh, wait, what? that's what it considers. Oh boy. What am I doing wrong here? 0.25. 0.1? That's better. 0.05. How many squares are in this thing? It's probably something like that. 0.05. Okay, whatever.
Okay, Dad.
Yeah, bud.
This is your gum for cutting onions.
This is your daily dose of internet. Thanks, buddy. Why isn't this snapping? Is this snapping? Oh, it is snapping. This is just so big. Okay. Let's do 0.01. That's 0.0. That's way too small. 0.1. 0.1. That's so small. What am I doing with my life right now? 0.25. 0.25. Okay. Let's just make like a little area that I have to kind of swim under. Something I can kind of change my height through. Okay. Okay. Oh, actually, let's do this. And just do something like this to break up the... break up the shapes. So it's not so symmetrical. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that works. Let's throw these in a environment.
Maybe you want this?
Dude, I don't. Thank you. Can you let me do this right now?
Sure.
Thanks, bud.
Finish that?
No, man, I'm gonna... What?
Finished it?
Yep. I did finish it. Thank you.
I don't want it anyways. Just ask.
Okay. Okay. Environment. Let's... Okay. I'm slamming door. 2 fish. 2D sprite. I probably actually want it to be a capsule. That feels right. Except this player. Except that the capsules are always vertical, so I gotta do this. Oop, nope, that's the wrong one. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's this one. Okay. We're gonna do a capsule 2D collider. Oh, God, I actually did find it. And it's on the wrong thing. Remove. Let's do capsule collider 2D. Its size is... It's up there. Why are you up there? Oh, I see. Okay. We need a rigid body. And we are going to lock any rotation on this thing. The capsule is going to be... Let's say 2. I don't know if I actually want it to be this, like... Oh. Dang it. Oh. It's 2, right? Yeah, 2. All right, that's my fish. Greatest fish there ever. This might actually be too big. Right? 2 by 2 of those and about 2 of these. Maybe it's about right. I don't know. I can adjust that later. And this is Unity 6, so it comes with the new input system already installed. Actually just leave it there. Add new player controller. What? I don't like that it does this now. I kind of wish it would just drop the folder where I'm currently in the project folder. Yep, save it there. What time is it? I'm only going to do 1 hour on this probably. Recording anyway. Okay. Player controller, let's do it. Let's move my code over. Is it good to go? No, it's still loading. Okay. Right away. Let's do float. We're gonna need horizontal speed, vertical speed. What else? Dash, impulse. Let's just do dash speed. Dash. Factor, force, dash force. And we're gonna need our rigid body 2D. We're gonna call that RB. What else do we need? We're gonna need to flip this thing eventually. But bool facing right. No, I'm gonna say facing left. Equals true. We're gonna make it face left so that when it's true. No. I hate this. I could just do, okay, yeah, facing right equals true. And then on start, we'll say RB equals get component. Rigid body 2D. Okay, why does it always add the number randomly in there when I try to get out of there? Okay, and then the second thing is that I need some inputs. Let me do this. Region inputs and region. Okay, we'll do public input. Public void input move. Yeah, I should say move it. Yeah, input move input. I'm just gonna say move, and then we'll say input action. Call it context. Cool. We're also gonna need this information. We're gonna need a vector2 move input. Then we'll say move input equals context read value vector2. Got our input. We're gonna copy this for the next one, which is gonna be dash, which is not gonna use this. We're gonna have to do, I'm gonna do the move input first, but this is gonna be like tap, tap. We're gonna need something that's like, that checks the time in between, like a since float, and then we'll say time between boy, how are we going to do this? We're going to need a max speed. We're going to have max horizontal speed. And then we're going to have max vertical speed. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to add a little burst. Yeah. We're going to add little bursts to, so we're going to say time between horizontal press, time since horizontal press, that's going to equal 0. We need a separate one up here, and this is going to say serialized field float dash time threshold equals 0.5 f, and then if it's less than that, it's going to be a dash, and if it's greater than that, it's going to be if time dash threshold time since if less than dash time threshold counts as dash, else counts as normal horizontal movement. Okay. Let's just do this for now. Header dash header locomotion speeds. Okay, and then all these actually should probably be down here. X. Okay. I should have a button so when we press it, so I'll say if context dot read value. Wait. If context dot started, if time since horizontal press I mean, how would I do this? I would constantly in update be saying time since horizontal press plus equals time dot delta time. So it's always counting. If the time is less than dash time threshold, we need a dash count. So it's like doop doop. We'll do int dash presses remaining equals 2. Let's do 1. Let's do 1. So we'll say context started. This is going to be a dash. Process dash else. And then we'll just say process move in direction. Okay. So if it's not, then we'll say time since horizontal press equals 0. It's always going to do this. Time since horizontal press equals 0. Then we'll say if dash presses remaining is equal to, we'll say, minus 1. Dash presses remaining minus minus. Then if dash presses remaining equals 0, let's clamp this. Dash presses remaining equals mathf.clamp. Let's do, I don't know, 0 and 10. It's never going to be more than 10. Dash presses remaining. Okay. So we're going to clamp that. If it's 0, then dash. Dash. Oh my goodness, with the autocomplete. Stop. Killing me. Generate dash. And then down here, we're going to reset that. And then we'll just say move in face direction. Got it. So far, I've been recording for an hour. Let me stop and start another one.